S1Helmet.co track for the next matchup of Russia taking on Romania here at the Roller Derby World Cup 2018 here at Event City in glorious Manchester. I am Roller Poliver. I will be being joined by my co-host Amy Jo Jones. We will have Whistler as our producer, and as always we've got Darby Duck looking after us here with their beautiful smiles and technical know-how. We will be getting this game underway in 3 minutes, but first I will run through the roster for Romania. At 08 is Barsan, at 11 is Afasin, at 16 is Mihaescu, 19 is Tinkadel, at 2112 is Uhescu, at 2305 is Ushu Rilu, at 403 is Dobrin, at 413 is Druckmann, 65 T-Rux, and at 83 is Koko Sheila.
And skating for Team Russia is 03 Hope, 0710 Firecracker, 1917 Soviet Krusha, 2206 Hulk, 27 Kami, 38 Rude Barbie, 41 Legacy, 413 Roxy, 5 Yekaterina Lapitsky, 55 Kremlin de Kremlin, 69 Fight Sparrow, 75 Astrid, 8 Destroy 'em All, 88 Lada Bowman, and 97 Dudinsky.
And that is your rosters. We are just under 2 minutes from getting this game underway. And a good afternoon to you all watching at home.
Yes. Well, when these teams got seeded into this game, Russia was ranked number 34 and Romania was ranked number 37. And you can check on the Roller Derby World Cup.com website for their most current rankings. Some things have changed in the last game or two as more teams have completed these placement rounds. Russia has earned 83 points to their opponent's 1,005. Romania has won 233 points to their opponent's 604.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Earlier today, yesterday Russia played Australia and Canada, and Thursday they played Austria and Canada. Friday they played Switzerland. I cannot read my producer's handwriting. Sweden. That is on me.
You think that's bad? You haven't seen my handwriting. You think, geez, that's a whole new ballgame right there.
This is why, Roller de Bear, you are announcing with me instead of being an amazing producer like Mr. Whistler. And I'm Amy Jo Moore, just so you know who's talking at you. On Thursday, Romania played... We're listening to anthems. Now the Romanian action.
So there goes the anthems, and we're about to get this game underway. Russia coming up against Romania here, live from Event City. And what an eventful time we've had so far.
Indeed, the energy in here is positively electric. We are on the S1 Helmets Co. track here, which is the main track in the center of the event, and it just gets filled up with fans.
It does. The more this game goes on, you'll just see the fans filtering through here. We are looking at the jam line. We have Mihaescu lining up for Romania.
And Lady Bowman for Russia. Teams right up against the jam line, both with braced 2 balls. I'm corrected, that is Rude Barbie. Russia has the least contrasting numbers on their uniforms this tournament. No time at all, Mihaescu picks up lead jam.
Yeah, just straight out there, as does Rude Barbie. Rude Barbie out within 12 seconds of this jam getting underway. Pivot on the way to the penalty box for Romania.
It's going to be a quick 4 points, and the jam is called. Team Romania gets the first points on the board at 4.
And really do so. Quick reset, quick jam rose to an end.
Now we have Lady Bowman on the jam line for Team Russia. We do not see a jammer here on the jam line yet. They're racing. Roller Polar, who is that?
That is Mihaescu again. Looks to have been maybe a little brief bit of confusion. Not too sure. I don't know if it is actually a tactic or it was just that element of confusion. But we're back into the action. Lady Bowman nearly flying out but being taken down. Great defense from the 2 blockers of Romania.
At the sin with that nice drawback. And lead goes again to Romania. And only 20 feet behind and catching up quickly is Lady Bowman.
So both jammers coming around, turn 1 and 2. Just 1 blocker over Romania on track. Mihaescu calling the jam down.
I think that's going to be, well, Russia picked up all 4 points because they only had to pass that 1 blocker, and they succeeded. She scrambled to get in front, but it did not quite happen. And only 3 points for Team Romania, who had lead.
So we're looking at 7 plays for, and we're about to hit the 3rd jam here at glorious S1Helmet.co track. We have 2305 Ushu Rilu for Romania. And that is Krema de la Kremlin for Russia. But it is Ushu Rilu for Romania. Away they go, picking up the lead.
Pack moving at a pretty fast clip as they come into corner 3. Russia with the front brace, Romania with the back brace, and a lovely hit by the backwards facing blocker. Druckmann knocks the Romanian jammer to the inside.
Yeah, meanwhile, Krema de la Kremlin is able to get out. Ushurilu being just held on the outside. Good defense from Russia in this jam, but still just losing the 4 points on that pass. So, Team Romania 11, Team Russia 4, and we're about 3 minutes in. We're just seeing a brief replay of some great work of Ushurilu just skipping the outside. Great jamming.
Excellent work there. We are looking at Rude Barbie returning to the jam line for Russia.
And that is Mihaescu, 3rd time on the jam line.
3 out of 4.
That is some stamina already.
Well, Team Romania only has a roster of 10 that came to World Cup, and they may be relying on a very short jammer rotation.
Yeah, this is going to be big fitness, and it would require big fitness. There is a multiplayer block called on the Team Russian jammers. So Mihaescu, now 2 blockers of Team Russia in the penalty box. So Team Romania getting the good start in this jam.
Russia also has 2 blockers, one of them their pivot in the penalty box. So Mihaescu definitely has an easier job of it, and she's even going to get some offensive blocking from her own teammates. Athasin is in there, opening things up and making it easy. And they freeze Russia's jammer in the penalty box.
Yeah, good awareness there by Mihajescu, coming around and looking for it.
At Strong Athletic, we believe that athleticism and strength are so much more than what is seen in the mainstream. What is your Strong Athletic story? Share it at strongathletic.com.
I once picked up a pony in a field. I thought we were telling stories. I'm sorry.
That's a great story.
So it seems to be a brief timeout. Looks like an official timeout. Not too sure of the clarification. But Team Romania 16, Team Russia on 4. We have just had 4.5 minutes of gameplay here on the S1 Helmet.co track. Jammers back on track for both Romania and Russia.
Yeah, I think she may have finished her penalty at that point in time. I also see the pivot standing, and I think we're going to see that pivot come right back out. They went almost at the same time. So it was very, very close on that 30 seconds.
Yeah, so Ushu Rilu dipping down low, breaking out, picking up lead for Romania.
Lady Bowman still stuck in the poke. Sorry, headed to the penalty box now for a forearm.
So coming out of turn to Romania, just holding back ever so briefly. Cutting penalty going to a Russian blocker, as Ushurilu is still trying to come through the Russian defense.
That's Fight Sparrow headed to the penalty box. Passive offense by Romania is leaving them back in corner 4 as the Romanian jammer pushes past the pivot line. 4 points for Team Romania, bringing them, 5 points because of the jammer lap point. 21 Romania, 4 Russia. So we have 24-30 on the period clock.
So Romania getting the better of this first period, but as we touched upon earlier, a very, very short roster. So quick rotation of jammers. Mihajescu lining up for Romania.
Lada Bowman still in the penalty box, but standing, so we'll be seeing her enter this pack quickly. Romania, of course, having a 5 lead so far this period.
And away we go again. Another lead picked up for Romania. And it looks like Lada Bowman is actually on the way to the penalty box again.
Another multiplayer, a low block for her, but that did not take very long.
And Mihajescu coming through, picking up another 5 points for Romania.
The pack kind of holding still here, only 2 Russian blockers in corner 3, pushing out of corner 4 as they try to hold back Mihajescu. And that jam gets called after 10-0. 5 points that pass, 31-4. We're going to see a replay here of the 2 Russian blockers just getting split up by that Romanian pack and helping Lada Bowman, Mihajescu get through the pack.
Yeah, Mihajescu, also better known as Andrak from London Roller Girls. So, very experienced, and they're really going to be hoping that Andrak just gets them through this big, big game.
We have a team timeout right now attributed to Team Russia. This is going to have a chance to let you know that if you have any predictions and of the games ahead, go ahead and watch by getting in touch with the Roller Derby World Cup on social media at RDWC 2018.
Yeah, and also get in touch with that hashtag over what you've seen is good or what you've heard is good or anything you want to try and give us a shout out for. Just use the hashtag, send it in. It gets picked up by Instagram and Twitter, but not by MySpace or Bebo.
And also, if you missed any of the games today, maybe you're in a time zone that it's hard to watch, or you had to step away for work or lunch, you can tune in at 7:30 p.m. UK time after the final game of the day for a day 3 roundup, looking back at all the action and the best highlights, along with interviews and live studio audience participation.
Yeah, you're going to get everything here on the Derby Dog production of the Roller Derby World Cup. You can watch all 4 screens on split as well. I know people have been doing that back home.
I'm going to have to buy more monitors. I only have 3. Well, I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
So okay. The people at home are lucky they can watch more games than we can.
So next jam up and under away after that timeout. Ushu Rilu will be recycled back Good takeoff by the three Russian blockers.
Lada Bowman gets to start her second jam in a row from the penalty box, and she's in that pack, but Ushurelu already has lead jam. They've been 4 jams as jammer already in this game.
Yeah, and Ushurelu is from Kent Roller Girls, so again, a UK-based skater, so the experience is going to be massive in this game.
And in Romania, of course, with the short pack, picks up 3 and calls it off. These short jams are really important for them. They want to spend the little amount of time on the track as they can and get as many points as they can. They need these 30-second breaks in a lot of them, so they can't run long. No,
it would be a big surprise if they started running these jams long. We're now seeing Mihaescu right back onto track for Romania.
And Rude Barbie for Russia. Russia not going deep in a jammer rotation either.
No, not really, no. They're giving it to about a free split at this time. As Mihaescu coming out of turn 1, now turn 2, but Rude Barbie hot on the skates of Mihaescu.
As she got a side on her, looked like she was going to try to do a little jammer action and maybe try to push her out of bounds. Mihaescu just decides that's enough, we're going to call it.
Yeah.
Let's take a break again.
And that's it. It's like you touched on earlier, Amy. They don't want to run these long jams. And if you get into a bit of a battle with your other jammer, that could tie you out. You can even pick up penalties. So just call it off, reset, play it safe.
So right, Bear. 34-4 in favor of Team Romania over Russia. 21-18 on the period clock.
So handed down, away we go. Ushurelu for Team Romania.
A forearm penalty being issued to one of the Russian blockers. Oh. Kami.
So meanwhile, Ushurelu coming round, trying to pick up points for Team Romania. Kremlin coming back around, but Ushurelu sees what's going on and shuts the jam down. 3 points picked up in that pass, and we are coming up to 10 minutes of this first period already played.
Become part of the Pivot Star family, proudly sponsoring Team Wales. Sublimated uniforms in 2 styles to suit everyone. They make these reversible uniforms, so if you're one color on one side and your other color on the other side, it really saves them.
Yeah, packing. It's like my suit. One side looks terrible, and the other side looks equally terrible.
Well, not Pivot Star uniforms. They look wonderful.
So, first lead for Team Russia. Rude Barbie coming out of the pack.
And like a bullet, but not far behind. We got a half lap behind is Mihaescu. She's going to put pressure on Russia. Russia's going to hit that rearward-facing blocker with some force, and she's going to run it long. See, now this is the advantage of Russia. When they have lead, they're going to tire out Romania's 2-jammer rotation. Apparently not, though. They let her hit the pack. No points for Romania. The full 4 for Russia.
Yeah, it just worked out just right for Team Russia, but Mihaescu was hunting down the pack. Russia saw that, sped it up. The bench was trying to communicate with Rude Barbie, trying to get that call off early, but it didn't work against them.
Did not work against them. I thought they were going for a long one. You were looking at the bench,
yeah,
which is smart.
It's not bad for me.
No.
Not bad. I'm usually looking at the wrong bench.
Ushurelu is jamming again for Team Romania.
And that is Lada Bowman coming on the outside and picking up second lead. 2 jams for Team Russia.
A no pass, no penalty might make it so that Romania doesn't get, well, I guess they wouldn't get lead anyway. They're still just trying to get out of the pack. 5 points for Lada Bowman.
Yeah, now Ushurelu being recycled back, not having the best of jams as Team Russia just start to grow a little bit into this first period. Oh, great defensive work from Romania. But Lada Bowman back up and at him, coming out of turn 3 and 4, 5 points.
And we have a cover pass.
That is Barsan now with the star, hunting down the Team Russian jammer, Lada Bowman.
So far, Romania playing a very clean game. I realize there is no one in the penalty box at this time, but Russia has been sending blocker after blocker there, and Romania's definitely been doing pretty well.
Yeah, it just, at the moment, that very tight rotation is working out for them. Team Russia just picking up 13 points. Big jam for Team Russia.
Specifically, Russia has 10 team penalty points and Romania only 4. I mean, that's just a big difference.
It really is. So Mihaescu out for Team Romania, but your lead is Rude Barbie, 3-3 for Team Russia.
That is her 5th jam as a jammer for Team Russia.
Mihaescu,
her first lead.
Mihaescu being taken all the way back as Rude Barbie picking up the 5 points. Now they're really hunting down this point differential.
Well, the cover is off Mihaescu, and her pivot is behind her. She's still just working on this front wall, trying to get by. Seems more like a stash than any attempt to pass. And a penalty is going to send her last blocker out of her way.
Yeah, penalty trouble for both teams as they're coming round. Mihaescu just trying to get the star back on the helmet. Rude Barbie shuts it down, 0-0 on that pass, but a 9-point jam for Team Russia. We've got a 7-point game.
Yeah, no score in the last 3 jams for Romania, and that's just really helping Russia pick up, I think, 2 multi-pass scoring passes in the last 2 jams too.
Do you think Russia just started to grow into this game now? It's starting to feel more settled?
Yeah, I think they're feeling more settled, and I think Romania is already starting to feel a little tired. And we have a timeout going to Team Romania. You can play 10 players in a roster, but a 10-player roster is about 1 or 2 skaters shy of what you really need to play at this level of derby. So even though they clearly have talent, they came out of the gate strong. Russia's going to be able to take advantage of that.
So a big shout out to Rydell. The Roller Derby World Cup is brought to you in part by the new Rydell Solaris. The performance you demand, the comfort you've been missing. So check out Rydell Skates.
Now, and Russia is sitting here, so I'm going to actually count 1, 2, 3. They do have 10 people on the track for Romania. Russia here with a full roster of 14. That just makes all the difference. 15, all the difference in the world. That's right, Roller Derby World Cup gets 15, as does the new WFTDA rules, so we'll be seeing more of that. So they have 2/3 of the roster. That's got to make a difference. They have 2/3 of the jammers, too.
And if we carry on in 60 years' time, the trend would there'll be 30 skaters on each roster. It'll just be packed out with roster league bench.
There is definitely a point of diminishing returns on the number of skaters that you have playing. You get cold if you sit long.
You really do. We got Barsan out jamming for the first time as a jammer for Team Romania.
And Kremla de la Kremlin for Russia. Her 3rd time. And she's going to pick up lead.
That was Ushurilu trying to chase
4th
down.
time.
Ushurilu runs into a little bit of penalty trouble. So on the way to the box with a Team Russian blocker. As Krem de la Kremlin coming back around, trying to pick up some points for Team Russia. Meanwhile, the star is removed by Barsan and just not being able to move out from turn 3.
She was giving a look up front to her blockers like, are you going to come help me? And then they did. And they succeeded at breaking her out. Team Russia's jammer's looking for some speed. She's like, I'm all about a race here. And that is going to hurt Barsan some. Russia picks up 4, and we have a lead change, 39-37, as Russia takes the lead.
Yeah, Russia's really just bounced right back into this game. 15 minutes of its first period left, and Russia just really playing some good stuff.
Russia's on a 33-0 point run in the last 4 jams.
Wow. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's the turnaround that Russia, we're looking for. They've got it, and Romania need to answer with that. And they're going to be trying to answer with that with Mihaescu on the jam line for Romania.
They do now have a pivot returning in the track. Might have helped them a little bit in that last jam. Shut down some of Russia's scoring. And a cut track is going to send a Romanian blocker to the penalty box. Russia with pack advantage. No pass, no penalty. Allows Romania to pick up lead even though they are 2nd. Rude Barbie in scoring range as Mihaescu calls it off and keeps the jam 0-0.
Yeah, Mihaska was just watching that go on. They didn't need to run it. They literally come to a stop on track just watching it. So letting Russia just run it a little bit and getting no gains for it. So hopefully might just frustrate Russia that little bit.
I think she was also getting clear on making sure she was lead and understanding that as well. She did a great job.
So first time up jamming for Romania, that's Afa Sin. Afa Sin is actually from Sheffield Steel Roller Girls, just down the road from here.
Team Romania has skaters from 5 different countries.
Wow.
Lead going to Lada Bowman for Team Russia. Still in the pack is Afa Sin.
Afa Sin just trying to work the outside as Lada Bowman comes through, picks up the full 5. Afa Sin
has the cover off. Oh no, has the cover on and is headed to the penalty box. He didn't catch the penalty. It happened down on the opposite end of the track. 5 points for Lada Bowman of Russia.
Yeah, Lada Bowman picking up a good point score already. And Team Russia now just starting to pull away from the Team Romania point score. A great skip on the straightaway, avoiding the big hit from Ushurilu. Picking up another 5 points. Already 15 points on this jam picked up so far.
Knocked out, but falling down is Ushurelu. She knocks the jammer out. Coming into corner 3, draws her all the way back to the 1-2 apex.
Oh, Afa Sin just bouncing the outside on the toe stops, and Team Russia just shut it down. Meanwhile, Lada Bowman hits the outside, able to come through, pick up 5 points.
Cover is off of Afa Sin, but her pivot's just busy blocking. As an apex jump is going to probably end up in a. Oh, it ended up being called as a back block. There were a number of calls that could have been, as that land was a little out of control. And we see Lada Bowman going to the penalty box. We'll have 2 minutes now, which is going to allow Romania to put some points on the board.
Yeah, Ushurilu now with the helmet cover. Just going through at the end. No points picked up by Romania, and a big 24-point jam from Team Russia.
6 jams in a row with no score for Team Romania now. I think we're going to hope for them on this next power jam that they maybe get lead and have a chance to change that.
That's just a big swinging gameplay from what we saw with Team Romania at the start. It was like, here they go, and then Team Russia just turning it on its head.
We are on an official review, the official review being called by Team Russia.
So a big shout out to Blood and Thunder, whose belief is life's better on roller skates. Visit them at bloodandthundermag.com for roller derby inspired apparel.
I don't even want to venture to guess what Team Russia is asking about. It can't possibly be that last jammer penalty.
Well, hopefully.
Or maybe did we see point? We saw points go up for that pass. She did land, so she completed the pass of at least 3 of the Romanian blockers. So, well, we'll see. We're going to hear.
It was actually a good apex jump. It was just unfortunate. You land where there's a jammer.
She landed hot and she rolled into the back of that blocker. Roll in cheesy goodness, roll in cheese balls. They are available here at the event at the Quad Skate Shop booth, or you can get them online. Russia 59-0 in this scoring run. They came from only 4 on the board. And 6 scoreless jams for Romania, and those 6 jams, 59, so averaging almost 10 points a jam, while keeping Romania to nothing. I just wouldn't expect Romania to run out of steam after only 10 jams. It looked like they had more in them.
Oh, absolutely, and I think the big surprise is the likes of Mihaescu, who, is a London roller girl who does puts up. He's a great jammer and just seemed to have run into a little bit of trouble. Team Russia seemed to have got together, started playing a very good game, and the jammers have started to come alive as well.
So, this official review, no matter what the outcome, is definitely not benefiting Russia, because Romania is already on a 2-minute and 15-second break here, and it's something they really need to use in the next 11 minutes and 41 seconds of game time to get some points on the board, and I think we're getting a nice rest for their jammers. Although they are slowly moving around, keeping those muscles warm.
It definitely actually feels warm in here. I think, remember, the first couple of days, it was quite cold. I think, just the amount of people we've had in this venue, it's got warmer. We've had the heaters blowing on, so the track must be warm out there. So, they're going to be feeling it, during this game, but the momentum could be broken here.
Yes. And that was a long official review. Almost, we're hitting 3-minute mark now as we're getting the results reported back to the teams, and we'll be hearing soon as well. Just getting nice views of everyone smiling and congratulating each other, talking, and there's just such amazing camaraderie between the teams here at Roller Derby World Cup. It's so nice to see all these games happen regardless of the score. There's just so much talking and communicating even between the teams. We see some of it on the track, a lot more afterwards.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is it. I mean, a lot of these nations, getting together for the first time. This is a great learning curve for some of the newer teams, the likes of Costa Rica and Greece. Being able to come up against the likes of Canada, it's a learning experience, it's a learning curve, it's a time to cut your teeth at these great big tournaments and hopefully move forward and improve.
You couldn't be more right. So I'm also seeing, Russia requested an insubordination on the jammer, and they got it. So this is why we're seeing the Romanian jammer start by sitting in the penalty box. Russia's jammer is now standing, so they will start the jam from the penalty box. And there we have it. So we're getting even more official talking here now.
So it looks like the official review had come to an end. It looks actually like Romania called another official review, maybe to actually...
You are so right.
So maybe to actually discuss the penalty that's just been given to their jammer and actually try and counter that, which we do see sometimes.
We see that happen. It's pretty rare for that to overturn. Maybe they had some more information.
I think one thing we've got to be looking at as well is that there's no doubt about there could be language barrier issues as well with the teams on track. There might be something, amiss with that. So as penalties are being called, as we could be amiss with some things. Sounds like that's how Russia got their official review run. It looks as if Romania are going back with something from their point of view and trying to get that overturned.
And why not? Plus, as we talked, there's 11 minutes and 41 seconds. We've now moved to 5 minutes and 20 seconds of official review, which is going to help their jammers rest and be able to start almost like it's a new period.
Yeah, get some water on. They can rest it up a little bit. They can go back, find out what was going wrong. How can they address that? How can they move forward from this? I remember you saying, was it 6 scoreless jams for Romania?
In a row so far, yeah.
So, they've got to readdress that balance. And if they end up with Mihaescu starting in the penalty box, they need to get that sorted.
Well, we will, that report is going to the House first, but we will get to you as soon as possible. She came over here, we'll hear, so we do still have both jammers in the penalty box, so if it was an attempt to overturn the results of the first official review, that did not happen. But Bear, why don't you tell us what went on out there?
So Romania called a official review. They was actually looking for the back block penalty that was issued to the Team Russian jammer to be upgraded to an expulsion. Referees have decided to keep it as it was before. So Russia keeps their official review. Romania lose their official review. But as you said before, Amy Jo, they've actually got nearly 7 minutes of time to rest.
And I don't know if they were necessarily looking to get that. That's the kind of official review I would make if I were playing with this short of a roster, to just give that extended break. And it's an extended break that required them to talk a little bit, not just come right around and say, yeah, no. So that was some excellent coaching work from both teams. Russia winning their review, Romania losing. As we see Lada Bowman coming out of the penalty box right away, starting behind the pack. Russia's going to get another lead jam. That's just 2 in a row. but 6 in the last 7 jams.
And Afasin out of the penalty box, actually coming through the Russian pack very quickly, getting the star back on the helmet and hunting down Lada Bowman and the Team Russian pack.
And we are getting a out of play block on the jammer from Russia. And then she is in the penalty box for that.
Okay, so Afasin now on the power jam, and Afasin already picking up points on this pass. 5 points, and now looking to hunt down a 21-point spread at this point by Team Russia.
Both teams using these brace balls. Romania has the rear wall at the moment.
Afasin coming back around, picking up the 5 points. So, you know, as we said before, that official review may have just energized the team a little bit, and it's paying off.
Indeed it has. Romania is putting points on the board. Russia actually having a little bit of trouble with Romania's pack, but they do pick up 4 points.
Meanwhile, Afasin back through for another 4 points. So to a 14-point jam at this time. 20 seconds left on the jam clock.
And a lovely apex jump by Lada Bowman completes that pass without slowing down the momentum, and she had no opposing blockers in front of her on her landing to worry about. This time she decides to barge through the middle of the pack.
Yeah, just goes through, spinning around, making sure the hits work in their favor, coming out the other side and picking up the points. 16-13 jam in favor of Romania. 76 plays 53. We have 9 minutes of this first period, and looking at the replay, great defensive work from Team Russia.
Being skater owned and operated means supporting the roller derby community is at the heart of what we do, and we've been proudly supporting local roller derby since we began in 2010. That's Roller Derby City.
So back into the gameplay. Mihaescu lining up for Romania. Coming up against Krem de la Kremlin. Mihaescu picks up lead for Romania.
That's the first in the last 3 jams for them. So like we were saying, the momentum that they're able to get, like a fresh start on this period.
I think it was sorely needed, and Mihaescu now looking to get past these Russian blockers who just sped the pack up that little bit. Krem de la Kremlin trying to burst through the middle, just pushing up against the Romania blocker, sees the outside, takes it, spills down a Romanian blocker. Mihaescu coming through also, both jammers picking up points.
4-4 for each jammer, and Team Romania calls that off. So now looking in hindsight, what we were predicting had come true. We've seen a lot of points out of Team Romania here in the last 2 jams, and as much as it might be great to put the opposing jammer in the penalty box out of a successful official review, letting Romania score again for the last 11 minutes of the game is probably going to end up hurting Russia.
It could do, yeah.
That's crazy.
It really is. So
Crazy
the official
logic.
review that works against them is actually working for them now.
Yes.
Roller derby. We would have it never any other way.
Ushurelu jamming for Romania. Rude Barbie for Russia. Rude gets a low misconduct and is headed to the penalty box. I'm sure you can understand how I could quickly confuse a misconduct and a low block. And that is going to leave a power jam for Team Romania.
So 23 points behind at this point. 7 minutes and a few seconds of this first period left to play. But Russia just speeding up the pack, but Romania able to get out front, trying to break through the walls, trying to disturb the Team Russian defense. But Russia losing their pivot. Basan to the penalty box.
On a cut track.
And Ushurelu shuts the jam down, picks up 4 points for Team Romania.
Decides to freeze Russia's jammer in the penalty box.
So we're now looking at 80 plays 61. 19 points is the split.
Rude Barbie is standing, and Russia does have the pack up near the pivot line, although they're rolling back. For me, I'd probably stay up near the pivot line so Rude Barbie had a faster chance to get in. I don't know how many seconds she has left. We don't know that from here.
No, but again, that's something that just Team Russia might just have missed as well. So Mihaescu coming through, picking up lead. But Ruth Bobby bursting out of the penalty box, bursting out of the pack, and hunting down Mihaescu and Team Romania's points.
You couldn't be more accurate with that bursting thing. She has the speed and energy like it's the very first jam of the game. Look at how much quickly she's catching up there on Mihaescu.
So we're now 84, playing 66, 18 points in it as we've got just under 6 minutes of gameplay left in this first period. Ushurelu back on track for Team Romania.
And we have a pack advantage for Team Russia as one of the Romanian blockers is in the penalty box for a forearm. Creme de la Kremlin jamming for Team Russia. And right up through the middle, and a shirt whip by Ushurelu. You'd think that would have get her around too, but that sprint on the toe stops up the middle got lead. They're neck and neck here as Russia calls the jam off. That was the very fastest 0-0 I've seen today.
Yeah, that was quick. Ushurelu really picking up the speed, really trying to hunt down Creme de la Kremlin. You know, and the thing is, at this point, we have got a very close game right now. Romania, no, they're in touching distance of Team Russia. So we're looking at a great first period here on the S1helmet.co track.
So Romania had scored in the last 4 jams, but I'm going to say a 0-0 jam that fast is still a win for Team Romania.
Yeah, you couldn't be more right, because we got Mihaescu out front trying to break on through, reading the game very well, able to come back into play very quick. But Ruth Bobby with a bursting speed yet again, flying through the pack, picking up lead for Team Russia.
Mihaescu picking herself up off the floor on the back of the pack, takes off her cover, uses just a stash and is out completing that initial pass. Ruth Barbie's got the energy to catch up with her, but isn't even going to try. She's going to call it her right away.
Yeah, get them points, just call it down. Dobrin at the end of that was trying to chase down Ruth Barbie, but nothing paid off, and we're resetting for another jam. 88 playing 66.
Ushurelu now on the jam line against Lara Bowman. Both teams have a blocker in the penalty box, so we have 3-3. Russia is moving their braced wall up to the front and letting Romania have the rear braced wall. Love Ushurelu hiding down behind Lara Bowman, trying to kind of use her as a visual barrier. Lara looking at the outside, runs into one of Romania's blockers, but spreads them out and picks up lead.
Yeah, away we go. Ushurelu just being able to get out of the Russian pack. 2 blockers on track for Team Russia at this time. Ushurelu just run into a bit of a helmet cover issue, trying to get that helmet back on, but the jam rolls to an end.
I think she's lucky that Russia called it off, because she did not have that cover on, hitting in the back of the pack, and you don't want to be distracted with that, and you also don't want to pass anybody without it on either.
No, so just that little bit just paying off for Romania. They're getting a lot more things going in their favor than they realize at this point.
Well, they have things going in their favor that you wouldn't normally think of.
Yeah,
they're odd. They're odd little things that we can easily pick apart up here. But I mean, they're playing some good textbook derby, and it's paying off for them. 90-66.
Yeah, this game is still very close. Ruth Barbie coming through on the inside. Mihaescu looking about 12 foot, 20 foot just behind Ruth Barbie. Both jammers picking up a bit of speed as a couple of blockers hit the deck coming in at turn 3.
Romania has the front wall, and they're going to get into a race. They know they don't want to be scored on, but Russia has at least picked up 1 point out of that pack. Nothing for Team Romania, so that's going to bring Russia to 91. Team Romania at 66 will have less than 2 minutes left in this period when the next jam starts.
So Ushurelu lining up for Team Romania coming into this next jam.
Romania is scoreless the last 4 jams, but they have only given up 7 points in those 4 jams. Not like the middle of the period where they were just bleeding points heavily. That big, long double official review really has helped. And around the outside line, that's going to be Ushurelu picking up lead for Team Romania, their first in 5 jams. Russia just standing.
Yeah, it seems to have gone. They seem to have like just frozen a little bit. Creme de la creme, not getting any offense. It actually just seemed like Team Russia actually was a bit like, well, what do we do
Passive
here?
offense, yeah. You got it. I think they're also waiting. Ushi really wasn't taking any time to come back around the track. She's going to call it now, though, and pick up 4 points. Moves Team Romania to, 5 points. She grabbed that jammer lap point. So right, 71-91.
Yeah, back to the 20-point spread. We'll have time for one more jam here on the S1 Helmet.co track. Mihaescu up jamming for Team Romania.
We do have a Russian blocker in the penalty box, so a 4-3 pack advantage for Romania. 2 in the penalty box, a 4-2 pack advantage, and that is going to help Mishue to head out and pick up lead jam. Mihaescu, I apologize.
Yeah, Mihaescu, away we go into this jam. A lot of Bowman just trying to keep up, but Mihaescu comes through, calls the jam down, picks up 4 points.
12 seconds on the period clock. Not sure if we're going to see a team timeout from either team.
And looks like it's just going to roll down to the end, and it does.
91-75 ends the half between this really exciting and interesting game between Team Russia and Team Romania, Bear.
Yeah, this was very interesting. Romania coming out the blocks, quite quick, picking up the jams, shutting it down very quickly. Russia looks a little bit confused by it all. Then all of a sudden, bang! Russia comes straight back into it, start racking up some points, retakes the lead from Romania, leaves Romania on like 6 scoreless jams. Am I right? 6 scoreless jams?
Yeah.
And then Romania, bang, they come back into it. And now we're looking at 91-75. This was a great first period.
Yeah, so we had that really strong. We had a lead change because Romania came out strong. Now, if they can take this 15 minutes to rest up and come out strong, we may see another lead change because in the first 9 periods of the game, Romania put up 37 to Russians 4. So if they do that again, we would see that lead change. And we saw with the official review that longer rest really does help them. So I'm really pumped to come back.
Absolutely,
see
me
more
too.
about this. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Ciao. Okay, so welcome back to the S1 Helmet.co track. We are here, Team Russia 91, Team Romania 75. We're just under 4 minutes of this halftime left, but we dance into the second period.
Yeah, well, we have some lovely stats from our producer, Mr. Whistler, to tell you about here. We've been talking about Team Russia having, more penalties. They have team penalties of 23, where Romania has 13. And Team Russia has 6 jammer penalties to Romania's 2, which usually on a shorter rostered team, you'd expect Romania to have more penalties.
I think the 2 main jammers, Ushurilu and Mihaescu, because of their experience at Kent Roller Girls, London Roller Girls, that's what's paying off right now. The fact that, Mihaescu, otherwise known as Andrak from London Roller Girls, is drawing on this experience and drawing on that, and that's helping out, Team Romania massively. And I think if we look back, that we touched on the official review, it actually came against Team Romania, but it gave Team Romania, I think it was 6 minutes to have that
over
time
6
out.
minutes of rest. That was a nice long rest. So also, individually with that, on the Russia side, we see Legacy with 4 penalties, Fight Sparrow with 3, Astrid with 3, and Lotta Bowman with 4. Now, the blockers we probably aren't so concerned about. Lotta Bowman has been a real pillar for Russia in the jamming rotation. Also, their highest score at 56 points. And a 4 on a jammer that you rely on that much to keep the score like this, that we might be a little concerned about that one.
Yeah, that was. I mean, and the other thing is, it's something that we looked at the beginning, where Team Romania came flying out front, and then Russia had to respond, and they did, and then Romania responded to Russia's dominance. So you had like a good little switch in play. I saw some stuff on the Instagram and Twitter feed on the hashtag RDWC2018. Someone said this is their favorite first period so far in this World Cup.
Well, it's been really interesting, this back and forth. And we also, some great things like Russia had 13 scoreless jams, including 8 of the first 9. And that's something we're talking about coming back in here in the second period. What is the beginning of the second period going to look like?
Yeah, you know, they've had the time to rest. They've had the time to collect each other. 10 skaters, just to use. And it's going to be a big, opening 10 minutes for Romania.
Yeah. Romania had 10 scoreless jams, most of those occurring in the middle of the period where they were getting a little tired, and they had some towards the end, but that rest from the double official review really helped them.
So we're looking at just 1 minute left as we can just see Team Russia just skating around, keeping themselves warm here in Event City. If you've heard something or seen something you like, hashtag it, RDWC 2018. Let us know. It might be something that we've missed. It might be something that, that you actually think you want to draw our attention to, or you just want to praise the fact that this has been one amazing tournament already. We're day 3 into this, and I feel fresh as a daisy. No, honestly, I do. The face tells a lie.
How do you do that, Bear? Fresh as a daisy. There's a magic store in that mall in the Trafford Center, isn't there?
And it's because I'm from Yorkshire. Everyone from Yorkshire always looks fresh as a daisy.
Well, you're also in your own time zone then.
Yeah, slightly.
That does help. Well, we have 11 seconds left until we get back into this game. And what a game it's been, like the folks on the Roller Derby World Cup Twitter tag have said.
So here we go into the second period. 91 playing 75. Mihaescu coming up against Rude Bobby. We're just waiting for the 5-second call to get this underway.
Hand is in the air, and here comes the drop.
And boom, and off we go. Rude Bobby hits the outside, picks up lead for Team Russia.
Mihaescu got a little tangled in her own blocker's skate. No one's fault, but she is out a half a lap behind.
Yeah, Rude Bobby with the chance just to extend that 16-point differential. Got a couple of seconds before Mihaescu hits the back of the pack. Mihaescu does. Not too sure if any points are picked up. Oh, the 1 point for Mihaescu. 4 points for Team Russia.
Rude Barbie managed to get through that pack quickly. She only had, like you said, a few seconds because it was a half a lap. Great stuff, and for once, nobody is sitting in the 5-second skate gear penalty box at the end of a jam.
No, it's hopefully, they'll be looking at trying to play a cleaner, period. Just trying to hopefully keep the blockers, especially the jammers, out the box, as we see Ushurilu for Team Romania coming up against Lada Bowman.
Romania with the rear braced wall. It's coming apart a little bit, but there they pull it back together. They have it anchored from the front with a spare. Now we have a braced 3 wall in the back. Up front, Team Russia's wall is coming apart, and it is Ushurilu picking up lead jam.
Yeah, great work from Ushurilu, just skipping back into the inside, throwing a bit of confusion to the Team Russian blockers. Able to come through, start the scoring run. Lada Bowman coming through also, but got a good half a track to play catch-up. Looks like a direction for Basan, so the pivot goes in the box for Team Romania. Points picked up, 2 points, 95 plays 78.
Pretty knockout by Dudinsky on Russia. Knocks Ushurilu out, forcing the call-off, and we might, there you go, that's an earlier knockout there as we're in corner 1 on the replay. Slowing her up, but enough to get through and pick up lead. We have an official timeout here on the S1 Helmets Code track, stopping the clock at 28:02 in the second period.
So, would you like to get a different shirt from a different roller derby league around the world?
I would.
Well, check this out. You sign up for rollerderbyshirtclub.com. They'll send you a fresh shirt every month.
Every month.
Every month.
And they're different ones. So it looks like we're going to have a power jam. Skating out of bounds penalty has been issued to Ushurilu, and they're going to start in the 5-second skate gear box along with their pivot.
And that is creme de la Kremlin on the power jam, just coming up against the three blockers of Team Romania, and through picking up lead. And this is something Team Romania didn't want just at the beginning of this second period.
That's tough. Now, I'm also going to say it's out of your screen, but Ushurilu has the helmet cover off of her head. Going to try that sneak attack back into the pack. Her jammer is standing with her.
Yeah, pivot and jammer about ready to give and play direction for Team Russian pivot. So pivot and jammer out the penalty box. Creme de la Kremlin picks up a cutting penalty. So power jam now to Ușurelu and Team Romania.
It took a moment for that to get issued. The rear pack ref picked it up, but forcing that call off was Roxy.
Yeah, great work here from the blockers of Team Romania, breaking apart that Russian wall. Ușurelu getting clipped off on the inside. Now recycle back coming into turn 4.
Team Russia is going to reassemble at the front of the pack with that brace 2 wall.
And here comes the offense from Team Romanian bloggers. Ușurelu just trying to work up past the pivot line. Creme de la Kremlin out the penalty box. Both jammers in play as a big recycle on Ușurelu happens.
A perfectly spaced bridge by Team Russia. They get helped out a little bit by the pivot from Romania, Barson. I loved how they adjusted for her when she got in the middle of their group. No pass, no penalty is going to give only 4 points to Ușurelu.
But Team Romania just hunting down that Russian point differential as Creme de la Kremlin is out the penalty box, picking up a full 5 points on that pass.
Team Russia breaking the century mark. 100 to 82 in the middle of the jam, but it gets called off. We have a few more points going on the board. A 7-5 jam in Team Romania's favor, 100 to 85, 25-53 on the period clock.
So we're just looking at that 15-point differential. So Romania very much in touching distance of the Team Russian lead at this time, and Romania will be happy with this. Then they're not losing. They're not seeing a big point spread. They're keeping in touch with Russia. They got Mihaescu out jamming now for Romania, coming up against Rude Barbie.
Oh yeah, if I were on Team Romania's bench, I'd be super proud of this performance right now. 15 points to a full roster team. Lead goes Team Romania. A little slower than she might like to be. I'm sorry, it has been taken away now with a no pass, no penalty, and Russia awarded the lead jammer status. Russia's going to call it off. That pack was in a race around the track, keeping away from the jammers. 0-0 jam, still 100 to 85.
So did you know that by age 14, girls are dropping out of sports at twice the rate of boys? We know roller derby can help change that stat. Learn more at girlsontrackfoundation.org. So we're back into the action. 15-point differential. Ușurelu lining up for Team Romania.
Lada Bowman for Team Russia.
Ușurelu just using their own blocker as a little bit of a battering ram, but Lada Bowman, their own battering ram, coming through and picking up lead.
The cover has come off and is still in the hand of Ușurelu. She falls down on the inside and is drawn back by a series of Russian blockers.
Meanwhile, Lada Bowman coming around, picking up the 5 points for Team Russia.
A knockout by Russia's pivot. That is Kami.
Yeah, big recycle on Ușurelu. Things just slowing down that a little bit. Lada Bowman coming out on the outside. Another 5 points. Now Russia just getting a little bit of a gap opening up against Romania.
Yeah, 10 points so far this jam. That extends the lead 50%. Now another 5 points. 15-point jam. Didn't take too long for Russia to stay in the game and keep up with Romania's short bursts at the beginning of the period. Right around the outside of fire of, I'm going to not try to guess, there we are. It was 413 Druckmann again.
Yep, Druckmann absolutely bob on. So Druckmann, and that was a big jam though from Team Russia, 19 points, 119 playing 85. Lada Bowman really doing some great jamming work.
Indeed, the highest scorer in the first half, and she is keeping up that record here.
So hand is down, we're in play. Mihaescu, Ruda Bobby Both jammers looking at the same route through the pack, but Mihaescu just changing it up. Now Rude Bobby flying out front, picking up lead for Russia.
Mihaescu was seeing what she could do off of clothing whips off these frogmouth clothing uniforms there at the beginning, and she did finally get through now. Less than half a lap behind. She had no pass, no penalty. Doesn't affect her completing her initial pass.
So Rude Bobby getting the call off, a little bit of instruction from the pack, and it looks like to be a 0 pass for Team Romania, 0 for Russia.
No, the jam ref was just conferring with the outside pack refs on blocker passes. 2 points for Russia. They just barely got posted.
Barely.
Yes. And we have a team timeout about to happen. Oh yes, being called up at the jam timer. Again, just basic Derby 101 bench coaching. When you have a short roster like this, you want the least amount of time on the track. You go stand up by the jam timer, and you wait until it says 29 seconds left on the clock till you call your timeout.
Absolutely.
You want to spend as much time not losing as possible.
Yep, get some time. Get them Romanian skaters back around you. Get that hydration. Get a little bit of the rest, tiny little bit of rest, and get back out there, and get on track and get them points, because Russia just opened up a bit of a point differential, just that little bit.
Just a little bit would be 36 points. That is a pretty strong lead for Russia.
So Romania, we're looking to change that, and just at this point, I'd like to tell you about Revell Contact Wear. Revell is the leading tech performance equipment for women in contact sports. The Revelia, a bust and shoulders protection for women, was awarded at ISPO, the world's largest and innovation fair in the world.
Well, we're going to be returning from that halftime, and we are at the biggest spread of points between these two teams in this game.
So it looks like we've got the pivot start about to happen. One blocker in the box for Team Romania. Hand is down, and away we go. Mihaescu coming against Creme de Kremlin. Oh, big hit from Mihaescu. Gets the recycler Creme de la Kremlin, and Mihaescu fighting out, breaks it out, and picks up your lead for Team Romania.
Sometimes if you're going to fight back, you got to play defense too when you're jamming.
Yeah, Mihaescu brought all the talent into that opening few seconds. And Creme de la Kremlin still being clipped off on the outside, but as is Mihaescu. Big recycle coming back all the way to the pivot line for Mihaescu, but Mihaescu in the scoring zone.
Now Mihaescu, the Romanians didn't take advantage of the Russian blocker there to pull it back. Mihaescu had to go back another 30 feet from Creme de la Kremlin and that double drawback. We seem to have a cover pass.
We do indeed. That is Kami picking up the helmet cover. So star pass enabled. Another 5 points from Mihaescu.
Both teams scoring points now. Each jammer passed a blocker. There was some falling on the ground. And actually, one of the Russian blocker got a low block, so it's possible that Romania is not going to get any points because they didn't pass an in-play blocker. I think that is going to be correct. Oh, though they are getting 1 point. So 6-1 that jam. That is going to bring it back so that Romania still had the widest lead there back in jam 9 of the first period. But Team Russia's not going to be too far behind to bring that back.
No.
31 points.
9 points off. It's just slapping that century out. And Ușurelu for Team Romania trying to break through on the inside, trying to come on the outside. Getting clipped off, but right back into play. Lada Bowman also trying to fight out front and does so. Picks up lead, skips away from the last blocker, and begins the scoring run.
Lead going back to Team Russia.
Great defense, bit of confusion, couple of little spills coming into turn 3. Lada Bowman being clipped off, but able to keep going. Blocker took a hit to the floor. Ușurelu still trying to come through, gets the offense. Oh, in 1 foot glides
Tight
out past the pivot line. Brilliant work from Ușurelu. Great track awareness as well, knowing exactly where there was.
And no one going for her. Well, she wasn't strongly on that 1 foot, so. But it was good. It was really good. A track cut being called on Lada Bowman. We now have a power jam. Well, now she's being called back onto the track. That has been reassessed, but that's got to hurt Russia. I mean, it does. These things happen. We got more information. She's going to come back and start to work on this. Lotta Bowman retains lead jammer status.
Now Lotta Bowman just trying to hit that inside. Does come through and does pick up the 4 points and shuts it down. So that slight bit of confusion there, just hurting Russia that little bit, but not too much. It won't really affect them too much at this point. That point differential just being increased now, 132 playing 93. So that's a 39-point differential in favor of Team Russia.
And we are now back to that really big point spread. Russia's starting to slowly pull away. We have 18 minutes and 17 seconds left of game time.
We have Mihaescu lining up for Team Romania, coming up against Ruda Barbie.
Romania with the front braced ball, Russia with the back. Someone's cover has fallen, and it is the pivot of Russia that has lost their cover. I don't know what skater started with that, but they'll be the only person who can pick it back up. Of course, with Rude Barbie having lead, it really may be inconsequential. A cover stash for Mihaescu.
And Rude Barbie taking the big hit, hitting the deck. She's calling it from the floor, so no points being picked up by Romania.
And 4 points for Russia. 136-93, 17:25 on the period clock. And we are getting an official timeout stopping the clock at 17:21.
So a big shout out to Sucker Punch Skate Shop as Europe's original Derby-owned and devoted skate shop. Sucker Punch is dedicated to helping you with honest advice to find exactly what you need and more. Our technical know-how and expertise is unrivaled, as our availability of your favorite gear and the fast shipping we offer throughout Europe. Visit us at suckerpunchskateshop.com.
We are back underway with Barson jamming for Romania. We saw her once last period starting as a jammer. She did take a cover pass. Rude Barbie for Team Russia.
Barson now just trying to work through the free blockers. Team Russia though, Rude Barbie picking up your lead. A blocker for Team Romania, and the pivot of Team Romania, Uchurelu, on the way to the penalty box.
And at the same time, we see the last Russian blocker leaving the 5-7 skate gear penalty box. So Russia at full strength, Romania at half strength in their pack.
Yeah, they're just getting some attention now from Team Russia, doing some great offensive work, trying to break it apart. Boston takes a big hit, hits the deck, but is back up with him, calling out for offense as Rude Barbie comes around for another 5-point pass.
Now I hope we see a replay of that action there on corner 3, because that time the Russian blocker did decide to take Barsan out while she was on one leg. She fell, and then the Russian jammer actually leaped over her while she was in that leapfrog position. It was great skating by Rude Barbie.
And we do have the star pass going to Uchurelu. So Uchurelu just trying to hunt down Rude Barbie. And that's going to hurt Romania quite a lot. 15 points taken away at this point. 151 playing 93. And Uchurelu having to take the star, picking up the speed, but then nothing gained from it.
Right, exactly. No score for Team Romania in the last 2 jams. Not sure if this is about to become a trend or not. We saw that happen in the last period, where about this time in the game we had some trouble. We're going to get an official review being called by the captain of Team Russia.
So a big shout out to our sponsors here. The penalty box is actually sponsored by 5-Second Skate Gear. The track sponsor of this track here you're looking at is S1Helmets.co. S1 Helmets, big sponsor of the Roller Derby World Cup here at Event City, Manchester. So a big shout out and a big look to them. You can check out all the Roller Derby YouTube channel from S1 Helmets for original content from your favorite team and skaters. Go to youtube.com/S1 Roller Derby.
Definitely have a little camaraderie and talking between the packs. Actually, it seems like the packs are saying to themselves, the 2 jammers from the different teams are conversing with each other as the referees go to discuss this review and the question at hand. You can become a part of the Pivot Star family. They proudly sponsor Team Wales. They do sublimated uniforms in 2 styles to suit everyone.
So, Lada Bowman is, I don't know if you're aware of the Lada make. Lada is actually a car manufacturing place in Russia. And now Ladas became very famous in the 80s. A lot of Ladas came across to England. They were cars that were quite cheap to make, you know, and there was mass production of them. And actually in one city, there is a Lada statue. Believe it or not, there is a Lada statue outside one of the cities. So Lada Bowman, I might be wrong with that, hence she might not have called herself that because of the Lada make, but you talk to people in England, you say Lada, they know exactly what you mean. It's a very famous car. Did I pick up a Lada? There was actually an occasion once where there was a taxi firm near my house that the whole cars were just Ladas. Because, again, they were very cheap to bring across to England. So you had about, this fleet had about 12 Lada cars. So I've spent a lot of time in the back of Lada cars, maybe a bit drunk, coming home from the pub. I can't confirm how drunk I was. I refuse to answer that question. Please stop asking me.
Lada cars didn't have that feature? They don't have a feature to tell you how
no.
Knackered you are?
Thankfully.
Well, if you're not driving, it'd be nice to know. But if you're driving, well, that also, I guess, would be nice to know, too. Yeah. Well, the clock has stopped at 15:31 with that official review, 151 to 93. And in just a second after we get this jam started, we'll tell you what that was all about. But Russia lost that review.
No, and it looks like they may be losing lead. Oh, no, Mihaescu did come through, but picks up a cutting penalty. Power jam now, going to Creme de la Kremlin, and Team Russia on a super jam.
So Russia was looking for a track cut on Ushurelu after she had received the cover and became the jammer, but they were denied, and that was the end of that review.
Meanwhile, well, actually, you know, they lost the official review, but they was able to get a cut track on Mihaescu out of track at the minute. So Team Russia looking to put some points on the board, but a good penalty kill from Team Romania, only losing the 5 points in that power jam.
That is Astrid's 6th penalty on Team Russia. She's holding her face too. I think she's more upset for getting that penalty than anything else. A whole bunch of bodies hitting the floor there on the backside straightaway, both Russian and Romanian, and they pick themselves back up. 3 more points. The scoreboard is a little slow. I'm going to guess that means that Team Russia is going to get 10, but at the moment it shows 7. 158 to 93, just over 14 minutes left in gameplay here on the S1 Helmets Co. track.
And as we can see now, just to reset, we got Ushurelu lining up for Team Romania, going up against Lada Bowman.
Team Romania with a braced ball in the back. Team Russia with a braced ball in the front. A little bit of offensive help by Druckmann. And Russia is going to pick up lead, but about 50 feet behind is Ushurelu.
Yeah, Ushurelu just trying to catch up with Lada Bowman. Lada Bowman really flying out front, hitting the middle, taking a spin, calling it while skating behind, picking up 2 points for Team Russia, and that point differential now 67 points.
Yeah, Team Romania doing a great job of picking up that pack speed and staying in the front. Lady Bowman really had to race and work hard and do a little hip flip here in corner 3 to get past those rear 2 blockers. So she really worked for those 2 points.
Yeah, really did. We're just looking at now under 13 minutes left to play. Team Romania going to get back into this. They need to get back into this in the next few jams. And we got Mihaescu lining up for Team Romania.
Yeah, Team Romania scoreless the last 5. They're going to need a lead to change that, and they don't get it. Rude Barbie picking up that lead coming out of 2. I almost thought for a moment that Mihaescu was going to make it.
No, just got shut down just at just at that pivotal point, just as they thought they were going to break it out. Russia did a great bit of work. Now Afasin trying to get the takeoff of Ruud Barbie. Afasin holding strong.
They confused her enough that Team Romania managed to pick up 3. Team Russia, the jam ref is conferring with the outside pack refs for points and is going to get 1. So Team Romania, even without lead, breaks their scoreless streak and actually outscores in the jam, 4 points away from that 100 mark.
And also in the last couple of jams, we've actually seen Romania actually keep the blockers out the penalty box as well. We don't see a whole lot of Team Romania going to the penalty box. So it looks as though that might have just stemmed that little bit. Ushurelu lining up for Team Romania.
Creme de la Kremlin for Russia.
As we come round turns 1 and 2, Ushurelu fighting it out on the outside. Big takedown, unfortunately running into their own blocker. Ushurelu now getting recycled back. Creme de la Kremlin looking at the inside, now looking at the middle. Afasin holding as long as possible. Looks like lead is being picked up. Basan holding, but the lead is there. And lead going to Team Russia.
Russia now 12 lead jams to only 3 for Romania. Romania, of course, had the win on that last period.
Ushurelu hit on Creme de la Kremlin as Ushurelu is trying to find some gaps through. Gets taken on the inside and now a recycle back. And now 2 blockers in the penalty box for Team Russia.
Romania.
Oh, sorry.
That's
yeah,
what
Romania.
you meant.
Sorry, I apologize. So now Team Romania just struggling that little bit as we're rolling into the last 10 minutes of this second period. Creme de la Kremlin being taken off and now recycled back by the Romanian pivot.
Ushurelu has her helmet cover off, and she did just pass it to Barsan. Barsan knocked out of bounds, almost coming out of corner 3, and she's going to be drawn back, but the jam gets called for 3 points for Team Russia. 3 more points, 169 to 96. With Revel Contact Wear, start the revolution. The first brand for women in contact sports. REVELE contactwear.com, hashtag make an impact.
And looking to make an impact into this next jam is Mihaescu. Mihaescu will be trying to just get as much out as possible in the next 10 minutes. Try desperately to get Romania back into this game because the seconds are ticking away. Ruud Barbie also trying to push through. Mihaescu though seeing the inside, big hit, but Ruud Barbie bursting through on the middle and taking the lead.
Look at those arm swings. Where do you get that power out of from Tinkerdell after all this time of Derby? I think fresh as a blocker, she really put the pressure on Ruud Barbie.
Yeah, really did. I mean, again, looks like we've got a 0-0 jam, and that will be fine for Russia. Russia won't worry about that.
Well, that was Mihaescu. I'm sorry that it came out with that cover pass.
It's okay. It's okay. With day 3 into here.
Can't always read the numbers as quick
City.
as I'd like to.
We have pretty much lived here in a conference room. We haven't been allowed to leave for 3 days. They keep just putting us in a room on a night. It's been terrible.
That's it. We just had a team time count called for Team Romania. They stood right up by that jam timer, waited to the last second, getting 1 minute and 29 seconds of rest for Team Romania for our last 8 minutes and 39 seconds of Derby here on the S1 Helmets Co. track at the 2018 Roller Derby World Cup.
Yeah, just a big shout out to the Riedel. So Riedel, make your own skates with custom colored handcrafted colored boots by Riedel Skates. Power down planes and performance skate products. Cutting edge designs, cutting edge performance. Go check them out online now. And also, just like we keep saying all the way through this tournament, if you want to get in touch with us, if you got something to say, if you got any suggestions or anything, you know, if you want to send us a picture of you actually here at the tournament, if you're coming down, you know, send us pictures of you traveling down, you know, in your car, on the train, whatever. Just hashtag it RDWC 2018. We will see it on the screen and we will give you a shout out. So meanwhile, team timeout drawing to a close. 169 playing 76. as Mihaescu is lining up yet again for Team Romania.
This is one very tight pack. Romania kind of in the rear, trying to go around their outside is Mihaescu, and she picks up lead. That is the first since Jam 7, and we are in Jam 16. Oh, I am sorry. She gets a cut track, not lead. I get so excited.
And why wouldn't you? Such a great game we've had here at the S1 Helmet track. As Lada Bowman now coming out and picking up lead. And looking at the outside, hit by Afasin doesn't pay off. Hit by T-Rux doesn't pay off. 5 more points for Lada Bowman and Team Russia.
9 lead jams in a row for Team Russia.
Oh, wow, that's big. This is big work.
That'd be also why Romania has only got 5 points in that whole time.
Yeah, Romania just have run into some difficult times here in this second period. Mihaescu out of the penalty box, hitting up into the wall of Team Russia. Meanwhile, Lada Bowman working the inside. Mihaescu working the outside. Mihaescu hits the speed. Still got one blocker to deal with. Oh, gets clipped, but is able to keep going. But the jam hits to an end.
An inside sweep from Team Russia knocked a Romanian skater into the Russian jammer, into another Romanian skater. We still see the Romanian blocker on the ground, but she is getting up. T-Rux is getting up under her own power. It was just a big tangle of skates in there too, and a little blindsided. She didn't expect that kind of power coming in a hit from the Russian jammer.
No, not at all.
A little caraming like pool balls there.
And looks like T-Rux is up. Looks like T-Rux might be okay, but still just talking to the referees. Fuman Drew going over, just checking if they're okay.
Clock stopped at 7:20. Of course, you know with the new rules, when the clock gets stopped, even if it doesn't end a jam now, she's going to have to sit out 3, and she's been such a key blocker in the Team Romania pack. They're going to really miss her for those for the next 3 jams. So we are on an official timeout. It looks to me like the Romanian blocker who initiated that hit is in the penalty box now.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. So I believe
that looks like Druckmann.
I think you're right. I think, yeah, Druckmann going for the sit down.
Dobrin.
Oh, Dobrin.
Mr. Whistler thinks that it is Dobrin. That is correct because Druckmann is on the track. They have very similar numbers.
So we're about to go back into action once everything's back into play, and it is. So we've got Uciurelu lining up for Romania.
Team Russia taking the jammer line with a braced triangle and a sweep.
That's Krem de la Kremlin just trying to work the free blockers of Team Romania. Uciurelu pushing up hard, trying to split apart that Team Russian defense. Meanwhile, Krem de la Kremlin outside lead for Team Russia.
10 in a row.
Oh, that's, you know, and that is huge. That's Team Russia coming into their own in this second period.
The cover is off of Uciurelu, and she was on the floor, took a moment to get up. I think she may have just been taking a rest. Not sure how that situation's going to go down. A Russian blocker fell. No calls on that. Apparently incidental. 5 points.
Yeah, Krem de la Kremlin able just to get through that pack. 5 more points. Uciurelu being clipped off on the inside. Now big recycle back going to the pivot line on Uciurelu. Krem de la Kremlin gets a big hit. That's Barsan coming off to the turn 2. And now we're looking at Krem de la Kremlin having to be recycled back. That was a great hit.
That was a great hit. It didn't look like it had that much power because she was so upright with it. Maybe we'll get a replay on that when the jam is over, but she just kind of went in, not a particular speed, got her knocked out of bounds, and then managed the drawback. We have seen the cover passed off now to Barsan. But now after the big hit, she's going to have to maybe try and get some points up there, at least keep Krem de la Kremlin from scoring so much. I'm sorry, she is now going to the penalty box for a low block.
Yeah, so Barsan just not paying up with a star pass. Kremlin shutting it down. So Russia into the groove here in the final 5 minutes of this second period at the S1 helmet.
And I do want to clarify who went to the penalty box. That was Barsan went to the penalty box with the jammer cover. I had just said she, and I had mentioned a number of skaters. So to be clear, Team Russia will now be starting on a power jam.
And now Russia 101 points to the better. That is a spread. Russia really coming out, using that roster, using that changeup ever so well. And we're into the action. Rude Barbie for Team Russia on the power jam. Dips it low, takes it with the speed, picks up your lead for Russia.
Hardly any interference on the outside there around corner one. Barsan has racked up quite a few penalties. She may be in some penalty trouble if Romania needs her in every jam for the rest of the game, or she may be okay. She has stashed the cover, though, coming out of the penalty box, but I don't know how you can miss that bright, shiny silver helmet. Oh, looks like she's going to get out. She's going to hold that outside line. The Russian blocker begging for a cut track on that, does not get it. Barsan puts the helmet cover on and is going to force this jam to be called off. She's going to pick up some points. Russia letting Romania pick up points. She completes the back. That's going to put Romania at the century mark at least.
Yeah, Legacy going in for the big hit on Barsan didn't pay off.
I am wrong. No pass, no penalty. Only 3 points that pass. 99 points on the scoreboard.
And Barsan chasing down Rude Barbie as well. Taking off Rude Barbie. So Rude Barbie calling off. Great work from Barsan. Not letting up, not giving up, picking up the speed, keeping together. That was some good work from Romania.
Team Russia also breaking a century mark, the 2-century mark, 2:11 to 99, 3:30 on the second period clock.
Yeah, so Romania will be trying to break through that 100. Mihaescu lining up for Romania into this next jam.
Mihaescu just pausing for a moment, I think, to read the pack, and it gives Lada Bowman enough time to get through and pick up lead. Russia just having all the leads, not entirely. Romania has picked up 3 in this period, but they were way back in the early part of the game.
And it really has told as well, just as Russia just keeps putting on the points, keeps picking up that differential. 3 more points picked up on that jam. 2-1-4 playing 99. You know, Team Romania will at least be trying to break through that 100 because they had a great first period. It hasn't worked out so well in the second, but you got a short roster. So, you know, you're going with what you have, and they've done some great things in this game.
Indeed they have, Bear. I've just been so impressed with the communication on this ref crew too, because I was watching the jam ref again just double check with that front inside pack ref on those hips passes before she put up the points, and it just shows some really great work. A cut track being issued to Creme de la Kremlin. Oh, and tripping over the last Russia blocker. It looked like Ushurelu was going to break out, and she does. She gets lead, but she gets tangled up for a little moment. I think that Russian blocker is going to get caught on a low block because she had widened her stance just a little bit before Ushurelu came through.
Yeah, you're absolutely bob on as Ushurelu glides backwards through the pack, picking up the full 5 points for Team Romania. They slapped that century, and we're looking at 2-1-4 playing 104 at this time. Ushurelu being clipped off and now recycled back to turn 2.
All of Romania's blockers in the front, but T-Rux kind of slides to the side to reform their team, leaving a small opening and an initial pass for Team Russia. 3 scoring passes for Ushurelu. They have not done that in this period at all. They had a couple of 2 scoring passes, but 9 points to nothing. 108 to 214.
Yeah, much needed points on the board for Romania. You know, it's the least that they deserve. They really persevered with some tough lines and some tough jams, you know, in this second period. to come out and carry on. That roster just keeps getting shorter. Looks like we have an official review now called by Romania.
And they're using it as a team timeout. They're communicating that as well. Just getting that last little bit of rest time, all the dots off of the board. Well, Bear, I just have to say, as the people said at the halftime that you were reading, and while the point spread has happened, this game has stayed exciting.
Oh, yeah, it really has. It's been fantastic, to watch. As you said before, seeing the ref communication, seeing how good the refs have worked during this game. I think we've been treated to not only seeing two teams that we wouldn't normally get the chance to see. We got to see, new jammers, new pack work, teams that build into these games. And it's just been an absolute pleasure. And seeing Romania with the positivity they have had, working on them tight rotations, and they're going to keep going right to the end. This has just been a really, really pleasurable game to call. Yeah,
Romania has really honed the 10 skaters that they have, and I think when we see them come back at the next Roller Derby World Cup with maybe a full roster, we're going to really see something different out of them. They're definitely going to be a team to watch in the coming years.
Yep. I mean, they've got some great talent there now. You just build on that. You have that tree, and you build from the branches, and hopefully something blossoms from that. That's something beautiful.
39 seconds of game time left as Mihaescu picks up the lead jam status for this jam.
And Mihaescu coming back around. Big recycle on Rude Bobby. Mihaescu coming back through, trying to break through the Russian pack. Rude Bobby, meanwhile, with that bursting speed, coming through, now looking for points. It's 5 points picked up by Mihaescu.
She's going to let this jam run as we have 6 seconds on the period clock. I think she's watching and waiting for that to run down, but she has slowed down. She stopped it with there was some time, but I don't see Team Russia running. There was a team timeout called by Team Russia in literally the last second of game time. And the jam timer is definitely awarding that. There's a lot of congratulations going on over here. I'm not sure if Team Romania has quite figured out, yes they have, that indeed we are going to have another jam here on the S1 Helmets Co. track.
I mean, if you look back to the second jam in the first period when they nearly forgot to put a jammer back on, you saw that little bit of confusion. And yes, we know the point differential, we can see that, but this team, Romania, have grown into this, and they've become more than a pleasure to watch. It's been a great game. I've loved every second of it.
I really think the last second takes a little longer on the scoreboard because of the computer. I don't know. There must be some reason, but it does just seem to last long, and clearly she misjudged that call off because she was watching the clock. But it's okay. I think these teams would love an extra jam. Definitely Russia does.
Hand is down, and away we go. Ușurelu for Team Romania.
Team Russia picks up lead.
Yeah, a lot of Bowman flying through. Now hunting the points down. Ușurelu being taken on the outside. Now trying to fight out of 10-2. Great 1-foot glide. And punching out. Takes a big spill, but gets right back up and at him. Forearms penalty, though. Going to Lada Bowman.
Ușurelu hit her head, the back of her head on that fall, and it took her a moment to get up from it. I don't think, well, she's probably going to have to go through some concussion protocol, but I think it's slowing her up. She does still have her pivot on the track if she needs it.
Yeah, keeping going, and getting the assist from the teammates. Ușurelu keeps it down low, but hits the deck again.
Gets tangled in the skates of Destroy Them All.
Team Romania bloggers taking a little bit of a spill, coming out of 10-4. Ușurelu just now trying to walk through the pack of Team Russia. Gets clipped off on the inside. Lada Bowman now out the penalty box, fighting out on the outside and starting out of the pack and picking up points.
Ușurelu has some points in the pocket here. She is on a scoring pass. Oh, I apologize. I thought she was on a scoring pass. Now she's going to be on a scoring pass. And more tripping and falling down here in this backside straightaway. I'm not sure if people are hitting a slick spot or what, but it seems to be pretty common all of a sudden.
Yeah, it seems to be a few skaters just hitting the deck. Last couple of jams. Ushurele being recycled back. Great hop, skipping a jump from Lada Bowman, picking up 5 points.
7 seconds left on the jam clock. Team Russia pulling away with a whole pile of points. Team Romania should have a few. 2, it looks like. So that is going to be an 18-3 jam. Team Russia is unofficially ending that at 232 to 116, an exactly 2-to-1 ratio. We're seeing some replay here of some great passes.
Yeah, that was great work from Lada Bowman, fighting through on the outside. Ran into a little bit of penalty trouble, but nevertheless picking up big jam at the end. 232, 116. And we're looking at all the fans coming to the side of the track. And why wouldn't they? What a great, great game we've had here. Team Romania, Team Russia just fighting it out, duking it out here on the S1 helmet track. What a joy it's been.
And a shout out to some of the top scoring jammers in this game. Lady Bowman was, of course, the top scoring jammer in the first half. She continued to do that in the second half, adding another 43 points for 106 of Team Russia's 232 points. And on the Team Romania side, it was Mihaiescu. I mean, you would have guessed that, with 50 points, but right behind her, Ushurelu, 47 points for the game.
I mean, you can't take anything away from how good Team Russia grew into that game. You know, that Team Romania, came out, very good, but Russia brought it back and started building a great. For me, it's like building a foundation, and Russia built that foundation in the first period and just kept building skyscrapers.
Yeah, and they took advantage of the lower resources of Team Romania, and not in a bad way. They didn't go too long, but they played the game right, and they played it smart. Both of these teams really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do at the next Roller Derby World Cup.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how both teams, progress and just keep getting better, and hopefully we'll see them again.
Yeah, Russia really gets to turn around too. Before this game, they were outscored 1,005 to 83, but they really turned it around with this game. Narrowing that margin is something extra proud to go home with their overall record today. Well, I am Amy Jo Moore. Our producer's been Mr. Whistler.
I've been Roller Polar Bear. I did not pick up a ladder.